In other news, a word to the wise tonight. If you're looking for home improvements, always check references and research whether the contractor you're hiring is licensed. One Flowwood homeowner wishes he had done his homework before hiring a builder. As Cheryl Laster tells us in this 3 on Your Side investigation, it's a name that you might be familiar with.
You might remember this moment from March 2010.
Are you the same Benjamin White who was convicted of fraud?
Contractor Benjamin White had been convicted of misdemeanor home repair fraud in 2009 for a job several years before in Canton. Today, the charge would be a felony. We confronted him at a home show in Jackson where he was promoting his company, Deck Pros. White denied wrongdoing and appealed his case all the way up to the state Supreme Court, but lost. In fact, he's now spending weekends in jail, serving out a 15-day sentence, and he's ordered to pay $37,000 in restitution. The Attorney General's office prosecuted. Visit the website for his company, Deck Pros, and you will see pictures of luxurious porches and decks. Bobby Conway of Memphis was enticed. In May, he hired Ben White and Deck Pros to build this screened-in porch on the back of his second home in Flowwood. Conway does not claim to be a home remodeling expert, but he's not happy with the work.
It's not anchored. There's nothing stopping the wood from rotting in there.
Inside the porch, doors cut unevenly on the bottom, protruding nails, and more.
All the doors are completely all cracked. You can see where the door frame's all cracked.
The plywood ceiling isn't smooth. Conway says the ceiling fan and lights were wired incorrectly.
I have to have an electrician come back out and redo all that. Just nothing is sealed at all. I mean, everything is just wide open.
Conway says an overall unacceptable job.
The total bill was supposed to be about $12,600.
Conway had already paid Deck Pros $9,800 in several increments.
He asked for the final payment, which was a pretty big sum. I sent him a list of action items that had to be done. I had every intention of paying him in full. I had no problems with that until I found out there was no permits and that he was not certified to do this work.
A permit must be pulled for any construction like this porch that's attached to a house. Without that permit, the homeowner would need a separate insurance policy for this porch. If there's no separate insurance policy and the porch caught on fire, the house would not be covered.
Conway filed complaints with the Attorney General's office and the Mississippi Board of Contractors. Board Executive Director John Sullivan tells us unlicensed contractors cannot legally take jobs over $10,000, but all this office can do is inspect, revoke licenses, and submit evidence to the Attorney General.
Unfortunately, unless we have folks like WLBT out there pointing a finger and saying, this guy is noted as so forth and so on, the next homeowner is just another victim.
3 on Your Side has made contact with Benjamin White for this story. He defended his work, but he won't allow us to air any of his comments. Conway says White sent him an email on Friday stating he's refunding Conway's money. White states, I'm doing the right thing here and paying $9,800 for my mistake of not pulling the permit before construction. I ask you do the right thing as well and remove yourself from this story Cheryl has created. Because there was no permit for the porch, Conway plans to tear it down and start from scratch. The Board of Contractors says buyers must beware.
Take a moment. Check a reference. People are only as good as their last job.
For 3 on Your Side Investigates, I'm Cheryl Lassiter.